Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have not watched Risking It All and at Sandra Okuzwa TV, kindly go run very fast and watch this lovely movie. If you have never seen Unbreakable Love, kindly go and watch this interesting movie at Sandra Okuzwa TV. It's called Risking It All. Risking It All is featured in with a lot of actors and actresses, the likes of Timini and Sandra Okuzwa herself, as well as Raphael Do and and Andrey and other interesting actors and actresses in this love romance movie. Trust me, you will not regret it. And kindly subscribe to my channel, please, 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 if you have just come across this movie. In this movie, you find that a young girl, Zara, who is pursuing a degree in law, finds herself in trouble with two boys, bad boys in the campus, and a young man called KD tries and rescue him. And from that very thing, that's when the love started. Have you ever seen the first love, the first sight? Love at first sight, they call it. So yeah, love at first sight. So after rescuing Zara, Kedi found it very interesting to have Zara as her girlfriend, but he referred him to her as my wife, and he told Zara that everyone who disturbs you around this campus, tell them you are my wife. So Zara was not interested in KD, and KD said when time comes it will tell it all. This is where the love story started, that Zara fall in love with KD. KD took every step to see that she wins the heart of Zara despite the differences in their statuses, whereby KD is a bad boy in the campus, whereas Zara is a student coming from a well-groomed family, a wealthy family of people who sit with high on the high table. And on this unfaithful day, when they are coming from outside, or they were coming from outing, KD fall in a trap where he shot mistakenly the police officer after finding drugs in his car, and they arrested KD. Zara tried everything possible to see that KD is rescued from the prison, but she could not win her father's heart to rescue KD. This is when life started to be so hard for her, because she really loved KD, but she had nothing to do but rather to follow her father's steps of being a law and not interfering with the case, which includes the murder of a police officer and drugs. But after some time, after Zara finished the course and issued her degree, her father decided to matchmake her with Tony, who happens to be her friend. His client is a son, so that they can get married to rescue their relationship, or to keep strong the bond between them, the friendship, a father of Tony and the father of Zara. But along the way, Tony also has another girlfriend called Susan, whom he says he loves so very much. Only that the parents of Tony, they did not like Tony to marry Susan, and decided to go to Zara. Then, through all the year Dara was settling in with Tony, this is when KD reappeared again and told Zara, I still love you. Zara got confused at this time, because she could not believe that KD could come back for her. She tried so very much to see that she ignores Kedi's feelings over her, but all along, sometimes when love is love, you will never fight it, even if you do what possible to see that you fight it. True love is never broken. Trust me, it's never broken. Despite that you distance yourself from far, despite that you go from you part ways for a long time, always true love will be true love. And don't ever misjudge people according to their looks. Yes, KD was a ex-convict. We truly believe, but he had true love to the young lady called Zara. Kedi was not from the same class of Zara, but his true love to Zara was an exception that he went very far to see that he finds out the kind of man whom Zara is going to marry, and found out that Zara's husband to be, who happens to be Tony, he's a cheat who goes around with other women and leaves Zara at home. And then this fateful night when the birthday of Tony was not there, this is when Zara got to meet Ked, and one thing happened, or one thing took place, one thing on the other took place between them, and Zara was found pregnant. So after the pregnancy, what next? It means that in life you can go any far to see that you get that person in life, that true person you love, to get him back in your arms. Kedi did everything possible. He was very patient for his time and took time to establish himself so that he can face Zara when it's the right time to face her, so that he can face Zara when at least he is man enough to take care of her. This is the best thing to do, that when you find yourself away from your true love, it's better you establish yourself before you face her, because sometimes the way you introduce yourself to the person can give the person that truly you established yourself and you are really serious. Zara's relationship and with Kedi was just meant to be. Reason being that despite Zara having all the time with Tony, she could never do anything with Tony, always saying that she needs to be given time until marriage takes place. But when Tony was in her arms, she did what was supposed to be done, and at the end of the day, it was sealed with the pregnancy. So never underestimate the power of love. Love is love. And when love hits, trust me, you will never fight it. Because if you can see in this movie, you find that Zara fought the feelings she had for Kedi so much, but always they kept on coming. The appearance of Kedi, the first appearance over the first approach the first appearance of Kedi to Zara's office, and the way Kedi was talking with confidence, or calling Zara with confidence, my wife, meant a lot, that he was ready to fight to see that this young girl has to be in his arms. Unlike some men, when things fall apart, they will also run away. So fight for what you truly, your heart is yearning for. Fight for your happiness more than the riches. Go for what your heart is fighting for than running in the arms of the wrong person. Happiness, marriage is a long institution, is a long journey which is always supposed to be run on love, trust, and faithfulness. If you go with Tony, who is a cheater, sometimes you will end up crying and regretting. See, Tony ended up having nothing. Even the woman he was playing with, Susan, ended up letting him go. Reason being that he was not standing on his ground. He was not chasing what his heart is fighting for. He was not chasing what makes his heart happy, but he was always chasing the legacy of his father and the friend of his father, which is not the last thing on life. It's your marriage, not your parents' marriage. I'm glad that Kedi and Zara ended up living together and let life lead. I love you guys. Meet you in